To know.
I mean,
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough.
Unexpected. You know, I have no reason to.
You may not, but kindness. She's
Very much so. All living creations are always... Please, go ahead. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where carefully once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Go on ahead.
I have to admit.
Because I know I believe It is my hope that you...
Go melt it down. Honestly.
What a splendid...
And even though I've come this... Oh? Alright. We're done.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh?
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
I know how far I can go. So just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then.
Wait. Is that... Sir, hey.
Huh?
Ah, yes.
It's unfortunate Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a create...
Hey, Circes. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No. Not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him.
No.
This is a devoted spirit. I suppose I can just ignore this.
Enough about me.
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the
House. Demigod. I've never heard of...
Look on the bright side, Nias.
Let's just hope we mean...
Hey!
Yes. It's still you.
Close. This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If think the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am...
Beats me. For all I know, let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead.
Fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing. So...
Okay.
Of course. I'm just... If I knew...
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am
Calypso. She's one of the seven. No. She can... Hey, Cersei's. Does the name... Dagon... Doesn't matter. I can do this.
Where are you now? Oh, legendary Era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth.
Very well then. So... I can hear it. I hear it from this time.
Since we've come this...
Lord Nias and Miss...
Yes.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is...
And besides...
That reminds...
Oh, my...
Such a pity.
Everything that what may seem like the conjecture has taken... But no, because another one of my fusing immortals...
What are you... Is that so? I stood at this very spot. Don't read too much. You get what I'm saying. But there will always be people. It's just... Yeah, in any case... Have you...
destinies are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Really? Or you could... I'm kidding. Existence is unity.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. To the soul.
Anyway, never mind. This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching this. Might is an understatement. Anaxa, yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Cersei's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways. Oh, let me have... By the looks of them... Sure, go ahead. The Grove of Epiphany, as the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and nearly everyone in Amphorius. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Newsporus, primarily everyone considers Anaxa. Anaxa often said, perhaps to him, it's a I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove? This is the library. Other than we've had more. Already. Why else would they call him the Good? Are the Titans truly? They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on the first allegation, Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances. Needless to say, you claim to be studying souls. Yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned. Anaxa always, every being in the world, thankfully, they one by one, and it was only after a brief... Yes, by the way, I'm talking about... It's a well-kept... Even the administrators of the library of the Grove in this state. the place. But materials for No, not here. That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact. It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new Sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable... now... It seems Anax's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings. Danny, look at this. My biggest fear, Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Oh. Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place. That's right. Put yourself in his shoes, knowing that the Black... Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core. No. Judging from how he... The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His Like, what? There's only one... No. No way. He's after Kefali.
Sir.
Of course not. The day-night cycle has much like how the sky...
So...
You mustn't conclude. Often people...
And they're just deluded. We have already reached
so much time. Why? As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already... But above all else, my days are numbered. But I can't... You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Find out what we...
Child of humanity, you didn't go...
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as Adromas, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness.
Before such power...
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of this. They call me a blasphemer, Cersei. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just... as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titan? The source of life is what I wish to grasp. To understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you.
Alexa, I'm here.
Of course. I'll bring the... However...
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan And this may be the only time I can ever save someone's life.
I see.
Indulge me.
Before I begin, I must confess I had been as unrelated as the reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier.
Anaxa, you were...
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all.
And I've told you that I have...
Of course you would, because that wasn't you.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when and surely...
It seems you've lost. Use your head, sir. The living cannot step foot into that world. So who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness? Yet you have no idea who she is. The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The god... Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If...
Even on the off...
I need... But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this...
You...
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can God. But all we need to do is look at this from a different... If I'm reborn as Kefir...
I have news from Hyacinth and Danhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kainis is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you are to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to it.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing!
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is it...
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh. Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night? Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days.
That's her.
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Krateros.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
By carefully into Lantern above, as the Theoros I have observed.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. And the...
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long, that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites. This has come a lot sooner than I...
Yes, this...
It is far easier for the Council of There is no glory.
I appreciate what you've taught me.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now, the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make now. Which of the two would lead mortals?
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia...
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dears, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what?
The answer.
He's one of the 7 sages.
Your proposal is much...
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Pagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is...
Oh, Citizens,
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castoris, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
What?
with that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castoris brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Era Chrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya. What a...
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the... are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa,
My apologies.
In that case, please tell us as much.
In actuality, a past that was both long and...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon it. Barged into the top. Queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. It was then that the princess was reborn. The queen was worse still. The souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the moon, terrifying death had consumed.
Until?
Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh my. It seems that you still like to wet people's... So, and yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to some... What? At a loss for words?
No. I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course.
If I imparted my knowledge of the... would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power, after all. My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief, I am unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of...
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. My sister is prepared. How absurd. What should we do?
Since Chaos is will...
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing seem familiar. But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius is his. I have long held through.
Calypso and this warrior.
Regarding this matter, Nias.
Of course.
Looks like you have
Yes. This is the...
completely separating.
Please, young...
I do not understand.
Because this is our furthermore. Let's chat, young lady, since there's still time.
Of course. As the embodiment of enigma.
Looks like... If so... The...
Polixia.
If this is true...
But before that... Sound ringers.
And finally,
Cheer up, young...
all farewells in this world. Although only
To be honest, I am just...
enjoying.
And now I have...
But when you depart the mortal realm, separation and death.
Finally. The first time the calamity happened was late into the night. It was a crazed skull. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise,
How does someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living, afford this? Now please, go away and don't...
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly... Therefore, young...
The embodiment of strife.
It is time for me to knock when that moment finally comes.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Polixia, I'm here. What?
This is quite
Is this... Is it... Now, it's time for... Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
even if it was... Let me do it, sister. Let me be death sacrifice. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, it was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. Besides,
how could my memories of you...
Well then, tell me. What exactly are we? I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This... We're twins. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to, after that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge, would you use it to...
Death. If such a mighty power were real even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. With your eyes shall open wide the entrance, remember. Do not look back on the land of the dead. Do not stop moving. Ask for the price.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, I'm certain of this now. Just like the flame chase journey of today. I believe that this...
Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of alchemy and the tale of the dragon. In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the new Sporist masterpiece, the Philosopher's Stone. It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember? Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the Netherrealm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely... However, actions speak loud.
I've already searched, but before I leave...
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove...
I understand.
Hey,
don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss...
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted? If so...
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis...
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaia, please.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova. Professor Anexa has come to a consensus, but I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides...
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. A world without death.
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, I
have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I'd go. Castoris. I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story...
Thank you, Lady Aglaia.
I hate to put a damper on this. If Styxia is now an island surrounded by the River of Souls torrents, then how do we...
The answer is quite in the Mims. Zagreus the Netherrealm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same. I'll see you at Marmorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
Hey, friend! Really? Well, moving... I borrowed a Mount only 32... Really? Oh, that's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off. Why are my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden? Oh, you're right. Cass?
Lady Treep...
Is something troubling?
No matter how Is that of... Lady Treepy, I hope you're tough enough.
Cass, we are just happy for you.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where there's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's. Because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kind of...
Thank you. Like this feeling.
And go do it, Trian. So,
isn't a long way from here. The streets are packed.
Take your ceramic shop.
The Council of Elders?
The Titans are just. So long as...
Oh, please.
And I pray that Talanton...
That was... to this day, I stood this peaceful sun. Before coming here... Yes. You now know that back in those days... I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for... Is that how you see it too? But no matter how kind, taking away someone's life is never... Their voices...
Ah, but you must respect those walking towards death.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human lives.
This won't be the first time that Edonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest. Then let in Idonia. The sword has... But should the execute... Every executioner... Pain. You... I'm asking you to consider the source. Go. Walk. May you gain some...
Is...
No. This is just the...
You executioner!
Do it then. Execution. I curse you.
Why? When will this ever end?
You murderer!
Come.
What are you trying to do?
I... The final rest...
You're not that old. You...
No. For I have come. I've always...
I never had a choice.
Indeed. Yet you can end any sinful life.
I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it. What do you mean?
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. In the eyes of you can... And when you...
No! How can I?
Come now. Show me that you... Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all I know.
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
May death protect us!
this divine power, I reforge all things!
This was the last time I followed her. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as every elder Amunet. I have nothing, but I erected as it was a law. It seems the most. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my trap. What can I make any?
I don't want to die. Please, I'm fucking useless. Let me go. I don't want to die. Please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go. I need him. I don't.
I hate these icy hands.
Get it over with. End its suffering. The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace. Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
Is that you,
Castoris. All of them have gone, heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go too. I don't fear it, just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I can't. These hands, they're too cold.
But Big Sister Castoris, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Can hands like these really be warm? On the day that Ornyx's trial ended, you must have had many questions. I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphorius's fate? I wished I could take even when we brushed against an almost unattainable. When I thought that perhaps fate declared to me, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And did I really think this time would be any different? Having walked such a long anything, I wished to from that moment on. But now, long ago, I found no surprise. Embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, and yet, I have no reason for your sake. With that, I won't have any regrets. Let's put that aside for the moment. I want to retrieve the journey to seek an audience. No, it isn't. You'll know when you see it. Look, it's right there. Huh? Where did it go? What's going on? This is the coin of Zagreus and a slate. So it's her. It's a lady's cipher. Ugh, so many. Let's just choose the slates. is right there. We must pursue her. Huh? This is a trick sheet. This is how it should be. We must pursue her. Lady Cypher, please come on out. Since you now, name your price. I'll give. Why don't you two come over a piece of cake?
All right, I'll see it. Everyone cool with me?
She's incorrigible.
It's about time you do some exercise.
Over here! Over here! No, no. Come on. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? No way. Loosen up, buddy.
Give me the jewelry piece.
Oh, come now. Look. Now that we've broken the ice. 1, 2, and last, but I'm telling you that I'm not— Don't go look for the death. Well, and this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aranova?
Some of it is family fortune, while the—
Wow. Well,
payment.
did you forget my—
You wish to run away. I understand this prophecy, but—
You know, give me a reason.
We lost. The divine power of
Oh, I get it now. You're sending Castras to her death.
This is Castor. She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard on the likes of you and I. But Castras remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. Tell you what.
Why don't— Go on.
I bet she'll change—
You sound like you have— In that case,
let's— In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxy. What do you think?
I decline. I can't go into the
Princess, homebuddy. You keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't care about anything else. But
what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaia didn't take you in just so you can die for her Aranova.
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Aglaya?
Fine. Never mind. But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 10, no, 50 times richer than Aglaya's vault. Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk out of that place alive. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Sure. Pay up.
Me too. I have lived a long... I can give them all to you.
Then how are you going to live the rest of your life?
Then I'll give you 90... no, 80%.
Well, don't mind. Okay. Here! A minor change in place.
So, what?
Oh. Well, no. It's gonna be a lot.
All things are connected by origin, and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin, and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin, and are made of the same essence. things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Totally. No need, I already told her. She...
Sorry.
Oh, I was just... Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the River of Souls and enter the Netherrealm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Netherrealm. However, Hey! I'm just... Alright, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' powers going. Oh, one last thing before we go. You can't catch the wind by waiting. Get ready. Be steady. Hey, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. All done. Bye.
Are you feeling all right? She's the demigod of trick, just like how she...
Don't worry. Being cute isn't my...
This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves. Anaxa hypothesized that this is the land of their birth. Or perhaps Anaxa had used a secret... This alchemy, considered a sacrilegious... Even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000...
Oh! Thanatos is even...
Indeed. I believe that... rather than standing still, taking action is by far...
whence you came. Go back. What a beautiful
This is a eulogy in Idonia. Some think of them as men, others think of them as
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather...
perhaps. Reflected by the river of souls.
Do you...
Huh?
Wait. I'm not selling my fish.
Could it be that... You're all...
So...
But there are...
I can...
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of saving. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers.
This...
I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're supposed to reach the end of the West. Did Thanatos... I have no idea. Yeah, hang on. Didn't he say, could it be that the...
If something is...
Goodwill? Wait a minute.
That's me.
Could it be that...
I couldn't...
It's because of vile living...
What else am I supposed to do? Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield.
Then why have you...
Hey, I'm not here to... But, it's about that boy who
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
Huh? She disappeared just like that?
Lady Cypher has always been a... free spirit. In any case, she has brought us some valuable information. If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He will find his way, even in the realm of the dead.
Don't worry. It's Ornix's rune of recollection. Hey! Over here!
Ornix's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
go melt it down.
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well.
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign since the current campaign.
Foreign war?
A priestess, a warrior, and
What?
A campaign?
nobody knows. As of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be. As for the rest of the scouts, they've come.
An unprecedented calamity.
It seems that you.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the Era Chrysia before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is...
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar.
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
The same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago.
Styxia, this cannot stand. Newcomers!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this.
Sir, I am the Maiden. Don't worry.
Cass, oh, are you all right?
Is this...
Well then, why should I place my trust in you, holy maiden from a...
Wait, I don't quite
sense the prophecy. However, you
I cannot deny your...
But why?
I am...
I see. So that is... They have shifted.
And yet, you seem to...
That's because I've woven many. Tidy up your precious gum.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here.
Perhaps. Indeed, but...
Could these dead monsters actually be... What?
Even Thanatos traces seem to suggest... Since the realm of play stay back, let me deal with these enemies.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Wow! A Seika!
Serenity is before me.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Eternal. My turn.
an undisputed victory.